we started off kind of on a unplanned, takeoff. Basically, 3 of my main dogs didn't make it onto the team this year. Just had some last-minute injuries, dogs that have never been hurt in their life. So that's kind of disappointing. And the result was, you take out 3 of your best dogs and put in 3 2-year-olds as replacements. Though those young dogs are really good, it does change the dynamic of an already very young team. So it went from having a solid group of old dogs with a couple young guys in there to being primarily young dogs with a few older ones to kind of guide the way. So we've had to run at the pace of the young dogs rather than the pace of the racing team, basically. We've enjoyed having pretty fast run times everywhere, and it's mostly just been more training for next year. It's going to be a really nice team come next year, but so it didn't go as planned like we planned before the race, but as soon as I was on the race, I kind of realized what was going on, and we just changed our approach, and so since then it's gone exactly as planned, as building the young dogs, building speed, and we're in a fairly good position considering that.
So once you knew what you had to work with, things have went to plan.
Exactly.
But you wanted to have more tools to work with.
It would have been nice. I mean, right now I've got 3 dogs on my team that finished with me last year, and only 4 that even started with me last year. So yeah, I mean it's not like returning with a team that has 9 or 10 winning dogs in it. And I've got tons of 2-year-olds in there. Well, not really. I don't have that many left, but yeah, it's just a young team. I mean, a vast majority of my dogs are 2 and 3 right now.
When did those injuries happen?
Well, 2 of them are chiropractic issues that happened about a week before the start of the race on a 20-mile run. Go figure, right? All the training's done. We were just basically doing maintenance. And another one actually happened on the way to Finger Lake. So by the time I left Finger Lake, I was down 3 of my best dogs, I should say.
At this point, you were not within striking distance for a repeat?
No.
It's not going to happen?
No. We might move up, or, hey, we might move back. There's good teams everywhere in this race right now. I feel really confident that we can move up a couple positions. Because I had young dogs and kind of a nasty trail, we camped and rested a lot on the way over here. So I feel like we're going to have a really strong team leaving Unalakleet, though I'm only going to have 9 or 10 dogs. So it's a small team.
I imagine you've had a chance to look at the numbers here in Unalakleet. Knowing what you know, do you think this might be Mitch's year?
Yeah, I think I know I was talking to Jake in Rainy Pass, that was definitely a strong team. You can't, in fairness, you can't say that's going to win the Iditarod. Nobody knows at that point, but I mean, all year that's been a strong team, and it's been fun to see it really mature and come together for my dad at the end of this race. It's always tough when you have so many good mushers with so many good dog teams that all of them deserve to get a win, one of these years. But it's fun to see it happening for my dad. I'm really happy for him. I mean, he's worked so hard, since his last win, and to get that first win and whatnot. So I'm really happy to see him having a good race.
What's he have to do at this point to finish out?
Everybody has their own style for closing out a race, and closing is its own game. My style last year was not do anything dramatic. We stayed close to Allie. We could have pulled away, but I didn't want to. I wanted to stay close and keep reinvesting my time back into resting the dogs to have a stronger team. Because when you try to pull ahead, you take risks. Other mushers they feel uncomfortable being that close to their competitors, so they want to just burn up all their fuel and get a big lead and just hang on to that lead. But either way, if you have the best team in Unalakleet, there's a lot of right ways to win it, and there's a lot of ways to lose it too. But I mean, for him, he's just I would guess he just does a smart schedule. I don't think you're going to see anything dramatic. I think he'll do enough to win it, and I think his dogs are going to get stronger and stronger in comparison, and hopefully, he's going to walk away with it. But Aaron's got a good dog team, so it's not in the bag yet.